Admissions hallway. We're about to have a lot of fun.
With the Lego set, John?
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. I'm not really sure what that's from. Hopefully there'll be somebody to open the door for me.
Hey guys, today we're gonna be walking through the hallway to see which one's best and judging them. Here we go.
Santa's Workshop, North Pole. This hallway's actually pretty good, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. What are you giving it, Tom, out of 10 so far?
We give it a 10 out of 10.
Next hallway, 7 layers of the candy cane forest. Just a bunch of red and white papers and streamers hanging down on the ceiling. Except your head's gonna bump into most of them. All right, now we're entering a bunch of gumdrops. Welcome to the Lincoln Tunnel. And all this time to lose to the math hallway too. Mr. Yoder, what hallway think's the best in the whole school?
I think the guidance hallway with the I don't know what's it called, Peppermint Alley, something like that. Yeah, I think that's my favorite.
Now we're in the North Pole. If you take a look around, it's actually very nice. This was only done by a team of like 2 or 3 people, I believe, which really good work for that. Let's go this way. There's some of the characters from the Polar Express. A train with that creepy guy on top. I would rate this like an 8 out of 10 for me. It's really cute, really nice.
6 out of 10, it's kind of boring. Here with Theo Baker. Theo, what hallway think's the best in the whole school?
What's the one with like the metal sheet? You know what I'm talking about? That's like reflective. Like downstairs A-wing, and then that.
We're entering into Whoville, like the Grinch.
All right, we're in Whoville. One of the most creative hallways. You know, see the Christmas trees, all random people. These people are actually pretty impressive. A bunch of words. Maybe Christmas doesn't come from a store. I'm not really sure what that's from. I've never watched this movie. This is just a blank hallway, so this is minus probably 3 points. Overall, this hallway's probably a 5 or 6 out of 10.
Yeah, so which hallway do you think is the best in the school? In my opinion, I think the math hallway.
This is Peppermint Land, just a bunch of peppermints hanging down, red and white walls. It's probably the best hallway, I'm not gonna lie. And look at the lights. Look at this light. Get a shot of that light. And look in there, you can kind of see. There's more peppermint stuff in there. Here we got a gingerbread house of some sort with Tom in the middle of it. All right, we're entering the language hallway. As of like 24 hours ago, there was just random pieces of paper and snowflakes and everything just laying on the floor. I think we can all agree this hallway is probably a 3 out of 10. Gotta get boom, boom, boom. We're the best substitute teacher in the whole school. They're kind of just in the lost, they're kind of the lost cause in the lost hallway. Ebenezer Scrooge, I'm not really sure what that is. Mr. Von Tempo is right here. Mr. Von Tempo, what do you think the best hallway in the whole school is?
Ooh, Whoville, I think is the best one.
All right, guys, it's snowing. I don't know why we're at school. I could really make a run for it, but I'm not going to.
Good morning, Methacton, and welcome to Warrior News. I'm Little Drake.
And I'm Nihal. Today is Wednesday, December 21st, and an F Day. Please stand for the moment of silence, followed by the pledge of the flag.
Hi, welcome back to Question Corner. I'm Cece. Yesterday's winners were Cowley, Outland, and Falco. Now to today's question. It's time to name that plant. The white berries on this plant are toxic to humans. Its Anglo-Saxon interpretation is dug on a twig. Send those answers in. Now back to the desk.
Now for your meeting dates and times. Girls interested in playing softball this spring are invited to attend an informational meeting with the coaches on January 4th in the boys' gym at 6 p.m. Open gyms for softball will begin January 4th following the meeting. Be sure to bring appropriate attire. Open gyms will continue through the winter on Wednesdays from 6 to 7:30. Stop by the athletic office for details.
Senior boys interested in Mr. Methacton 2023 must stop by Mrs. Pillman's room B101 for an application. Applications are due by January 4th. And now to report about the Merry Market and the Gingerbread House building events last week.
The National Art Society and Habitat for Humanity hosted fundraising events during the second week of December in the cafeteria after the school day. NAHS sponsored a Merry Market inviting all the MHS clubs to sell gifts and goods to benefit a number of causes. Nora Alashevsky, president of NAHS, explained how her club came up with the idea of a Merry Market.
Yeah, I wanted to do some sort of sale. At first, the idea was to do something that was more like sustainable and reusing things, recycling, reworking things. And some of our items are like that, but not all of them. Now it's just become more of a general holiday sale. But yeah, it's going really well so far.
Likewise, Sophia Musi, a Habitat for Humanity rep, and a few other members talked about the purpose of the club and the event they hosted on December 16th.
Habitat is a great club for a great charity that aims to build homes for people in especially like low-income areas and things like that, and to improve homes in those areas too. And so this little event here is raising money for that.
To raise money to build houses for people and for kids to have fun. Yeah.
Emily Drake was on hand at the market to meet up with some of the clubs.
We're selling edible cookie dough.
Hi. And then, if you don't mind me asking, what are the proceeds going toward?
So half of the proceeds are going to an inclusive cafe on Skipback Pike. It's called So Much to Give Cafe, and it kind of works with special education kids to have like jobs in a more inclusive community.
Well, that's amazing. So today we're selling cupcakes for $1. We have our pins for $1, and then we're selling our t-shirts, which is our main thing, and then we have our stickers just to hand out. So the majority of our proceeds are going towards a field trip that we're trying to plan for the club, and then because with our past fundraisers, we more so just donate it to I think we donated it to Main Street maybe.
Mrs. Quintos, who purchased a pen from the Woodcrafting Club, said she liked the community spirit that comes out of the market.
I think I just like the whole festive spirit of, bringing everyone's talents together and, selling it for their clubs to make a little profit for their clubs or for charity.
Some students were excited about their purchases at the event.
Real quick, the one's got some trees on it, very nice, and the other's got a mushroom on it, also very nice.
Well, I got this amazing crochet kit for my daughter, which is going to be in her Christmas stocking. It's going to be amazing. And I finally got my BSU t-shirt, which I can't wait to wear. It's going to be awesome. And I wish that I would have had more money with me because I wanted to buy one of everything.
And then, what were your thoughts on the Merry Market and this being a new thing this year?
I love it. I think Mrs. McCauley and Mrs. Ferenchak had an amazing idea with putting this together. I'm so thankful for the National Art Honor Society for them spearheading this and giving this opportunity for all of our groups to be part of it. I would love to see more people involved next year because I think it's a great way to really see the work that our students are doing and get to share it with our families, and it's just an awesome event.
Seamus Mallon met up with some of the houseboating contestants. Lexi Burstein seemed to be having a bit of trouble with her structure.
Hey, how did that house go for you?
It didn't. I'm Jewish. I've never made a gingerbread house before.
Nihal Palmar was talking about gingerbread house consumption just before he was pleasantly interrupted.
So trying not to eat this one really hurts my soul.
I mean, Santa! What is it like being Santa?
Oh, it's super busy one day a year, and then it's pretty much vacation the rest of the year. And then the elves they're making all the toys, they're getting everything ready, and yeah.
That sounds like a good job.
One student talked about the difficulties of putting together his gingerbread house.
Probably trying to get everything to stick together. Right now we're just layering the foundation so that we have a strong foundation so everything can build up. Since we're trying to go with a big build, we're trying to do a castle with 2 minarets sticking up.
There's just some of the structural integrity, mostly the door is falling off, but we'll get that fixed later. We're just gonna have to apply a little bit more cement.
Special judge at the event, Buddy the Elf, indicated what his criteria would involve when assessing the candy houses.
Would someone get extra points for perhaps putting indoor plumbing and heating in their house?
We're looking for really the Picasso of gingerbread houses.
If a gingerbread house had a swimming pool, what would it be filled with?
Probably like syrup or something.
Ew.
Is it true that you like eating spaghetti with maple syrup?
It's my favorite, other than smiling.
For the National Art Honor Society and Habitat for Humanity, this is the Warrior News team, signing off.
And the answer was mistletoe. Winners were Outland and Cowley. Now back to the desk.
And from the entire Warrior News team,
What do you wash your hands with during the Christmas time?
I don't know.
Sanitizer. Oh, God.
The coaches for Unified Bocce this year is myself and Mrs. Aldifer, and for Unified Track and Field, it is myself and Mr. Alzamora and Mrs. Kaplan. Bocce is a new sport to most of us, so many people have played bocce on the beach or in their backyard, but there are a lot of rules that we are still learning, but it is basically a game where there are 2 teams. Each team has 4 bocce balls. So each bocce game starts with the rolling in the palina, and the palina needs to be rolled between the mid-court and the 10-foot line. After the palina is in place, then one team will roll. The idea is try to get their colored bocce ball closest to the palina in order to win. Whichever team is closer, their opponent will then roll the next bocce ball. So the idea is try to get as many bocce balls as close to the palina as possible in order to get the points. So since red is closest on the last roll, then green will now roll. So that's the end of the game, and green is closest, so they get 1 point. Since the red bocce ball is the next closest, that ends the points for that game. If there was multiple green bocce balls closest, then they could get multiple points. So Unified Sports Club is the universal club for our 2 sports teams that we have here at Methacton. We have Unified Bocce and Unified Track. Unified Bocce is new this year. Track we've had for the last 4 years. We're going into our 5th season.
I've got so many secrets to tell you. I feel
to the table.
Stay strong. Stay strong.
To the table, to the table. Ain't easy, I can tell.
Gotta stay strong.